Hello, Natural Grandma viewers. We have a couple of our helpers that work on the farm. On the right here, introduce yourself.
Ron Hines.
Ron Hines and
Neil Beatty.
Neil Beatty. Yeah, and what do you guys do most of the time?
Oh, take care of the chickens.
Take care of chickens, collect eggs,
Deliver eggs.
feed
Yeah.
them water.
Yeah, Ron's, you kind of took over some of the egg routes. And what's our customers think of our eggs? You've got a little feedback on it, haven't you?
Well, I think they're the best.
Yeah. And Neil, you like working with the chickens, don't you? There's
Yep.
some peace with it. And are you starting to learn some of our madness of
Yep.
moving them over the grass?
Yep.
And we've just been talking about this chicken tractor and how, there's a little strip of grass right here that this morning didn't get inside the tractor. So when they pick this up, they're going to swing it back around just a little this way, because we want to regenerate this whole field. We don't want to leave a 2-inch strip that wasn't treated the same way. So we got eggs together back here on the back. I was shooting a video earlier today with our friends from California, and I was showing what the chickens had done, how they had took the grass down, and my phone overheated and cut it off. So this was an area the chickens was only on for about a third of a day. This one they was on for over 12 hours. You can see the difference. See how that grass is down a little bit, and that might be just about right there, because a little water on that and that will just come right back, and that carbon is tight to the ground where it's going to really be available for the microbes and earthworms. And here, we moved it this morning. So this is the third time this is moved today, and so maybe not quite as good an impact, but it doesn't matter. It all has been brought down. When we come over that again in 90 to 120 days, we'll be back over this. We can always do a little bit more. And we showed eggs being gathered earlier today. They laid some more eggs because they've been moved. Kind of shook them up, and the eggs roll out of this area here where that little fake egg is. And you see I have the little perch bar up so they can't sleep in there tonight. I'll drop that back down first thing in the morning. But they are all just in there getting ready to get up on the roost, spend the night. It's just about dark here at Natural Grandma, so these are Easter eggers. And by the way, these our pullets just now started to lay. They lay mostly green eggs. There is some Welsumers in there laying those brown eggs with the specks. But you could take any number of these chickens if you're here local in Missouri. The Easter eggers are for sale for $45 a piece, and the brown egg layers, like that black lace or silver laced white out there, and there's some Welsumers, they would be available for $35. And lots of 5 if you want to take a little more quantity, like 40 or 50. We'll talk about the price, but it's non-GMO feed. It's costing about $30 to raise a hen up ready to lay right now. So time you buy the chicken. So we're just trying to help out some homesteaders, make chickens available to them. You buy the chicken tractor, buy the chickens. Check with Beth at A&A, AAA Lawnmowers in Gladstone. She bought chickens from us and a chicken tractor very similar to this one, and they're just laying her 14 to 17 eggs a day, I think, 20 hens, and they were already trained to the nest box. And so that's a good way to go if you're in the Kansas City, Missouri area. Come on out to Natural Grandma. This is set up as a rear rollaway with a hen gear. So my helpers here are going to go ahead and roll this forward. We're going to kind of complete the video we started this morning of showing how we regenerate the grass by moving the chickens. So they're going to bring it back this way first and get over that. Now when they drive, not a little too far, guys, too far. Just, okay. Now when you go forward, easy forward, real slow, don't go too fast. Got to give the hens time to move. Okay, now all that area is back inside the tractor. A little bit more, just a few more inches, a little bit more. All right, swing this end around this towards me a little bit. There you go. Now it's ready to set back down. And those hens, when they get up in the morning, are going to be on fresh new grass. And by moving 3 times a day, we're causing them to eat more grass. Why would we want to do that? Well, number one, it gives you the world's best egg. The more grass the hen eats, the better the egg is. And number two, feed is very expensive. So if you don't have to buy as much grain, number one, you get the world's best egg. I mean, the less grain, the better the egg. Go to Dr. McCullough and look that one up. And so that's why we're doing it that way. But this is here, this tractor is here, just so we can come out and shoot a lot of videos. Look at the impact that we had on this grass. You guys have seen what it looked like. Look how it's all flattened down. It's down tight to the ground. We probably only removed about 20% of the forage, but they removed the very best forage. They removed the bugs, any worms, anything that was in there got consumed if they liked it. So that's what a chicken tractor is all about, is being regenerative. So there should be setting the wheels back down now to get that down tight to the ground. There shouldn't be any chains hooked up at night, because if you got a chain hooked on a natural grandma chicken tractor, if you leave the chain hooked up and leave a wheel up, then a predator will come and get in there, like this right here, guys, where that chain's still hooked. A predator can reach its arm under there. So one chain hooked up, nothing. You want nothing hooked. So you need to let that wheel get down to the ground. And you lift it just enough, and then you watch as you let it down and make sure somebody didn't stick their head out. Cornish cross are really bad about, just as you start to let that handle down, they see a grasshopper, and what do you think they do now when they see a grasshopper?
They eat it.
They try to eat it. In order to eat it, they have to stick their head out under that tractor. So what do you suppose happens to him when you just flop that down to the ground? His head gets cut off. Yeah, not a good feeling for a chicken. In the case of most little Cornish, he would be dead. Now these hens might survive being thumped a little bit, but you notice we got the sides rolled up on this. It's a very hot day. If we get a little bit cooler temperatures, a lot of times we will put this side over here down, which is facing north. We'll leave the south one up almost all summer long. So if you get a prevailing wind, this tractor, as you can see, the back is facing towards the sun, and the front is facing east where the sun's going to come up. Lets the light come in, lets them all get all good in the mornings. Sunlight all the way back gets them woke up. So I'll come back in the morning, and I'll let the perch bar down so they can start laying. They'll get a little more grain in the morning. There's no need to refill that. Hopefully in the next day or two, we'll get Natural Grandma's hanging water put in, get her hanging feeder put in, and then we don't have to go in there and do all that. This literally takes, to move the tractor and gather the eggs, probably takes less than 2 minutes. And ideally, these would be done every 12 hours, but most people do them 14 hours at night, and then, you know, like 10 hours during the day. So we got something we can get the eggs in, guys. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and put that feed in there, then we can have the bucket refilled, and don't tap them too hard. They are eggs, you know. We got a little bit of refinement to do on this. This needs to be fixed a little tighter. We had not put a rear rollout nest box in. If you're one of our customers, you know that most of the time we just put these front rollout. We mount that box all the way inside. But being this was one of the new 2022 models, we wanted to see what a 4-foot nest box was like with the wheels back here carrying it. Natural Grandma says it is so much better. If you're strong or whatever, you know, you put the nest box where the handle is, you're not going to notice it. But if you're a child moving yours, or women moving it consistently, the new model with the wheels turned around is definitely an advantage, and definitely good. So, well, I think it's time to sign off. These guys here, I'm quite sure, are ready to go home and come back tomorrow. And I don't know if they know what we like to say at Natural Grandma or not, but if they watched any of our videos, they know at Natural Grandma we say, we wish that you were having this good a day. And Ron knows what our day's been like today with the big chicken flock. That's a story to be told in another video. So stay tuned. We'll tell you about the train wreck that we kind of had moving all them chickens last night. About 500 of them decided to go back. The fence wasn't hot. On a farmstead, there's a lot of things that can happen in there, Ron.
Right.
So, all right, from Natural Grandma and from Ron and Neil, like we said, we wish you were having this good a day. We hope you get your chicken tractor from Natural Grandma real soon so you can start doing regenerative work in basically your backyard, the neighbor's yard. You know, if you got a neighbor close by that's got a lot. Old Bear's up there saying, let me out, Dad, I'll protect this tonight. Real soon, this little 3 acres we have is going to turn into a homestead. It's going to have a 7-wire high tensile put along the road all the way around this property. And Natural Grandma wants to just be able to do modeling of homesteading in her backyard, literally. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out towards the end of the week, I think our Rustic Life. We'll probably have another video on the meat chickens down in Oklahoma, and we're going to keep you posted on these little hens here at Natural Grandma in Missouri, unless somebody decides to buy this tractor, and that happens just about every time we get one here. Somebody says, I think I want that tractor, and I want that hen and that hen and that hen because I think they're pretty. So put down in the comments what kind of hen you think is the best. Let's get a little comparison. I know a lot of you have experience, so I'll see you tomorrow from Papa Hank at Natural Grandma. Good day.